Well, 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 it is that time again. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another YouTube video on the Red Dragon Productions channel. I'm Red, and today we are playing Slay the Spire. Now, this is a little deck building game that I used to play back in like middle school, high school, and I was always a big fan of it. But my issue with the game is that I suck. And it was way too hard. It was way too hard for me. So I stopped playing the game a while back, and that was kind of just about it. However, recently, and by recently I mean at some point last year, they announced that Slay the Spire 2 was being released. So I decided that I was going to come back and I was going to play some of the game for our. Well, technically, this video isn't a part of the Road to Rivals. This is just a little video I'm doing on the side that because I want to start getting into the habit of doing 2 videos a day. So I decided that I was going to do this video, and I'm also going to record another video for the Road to Rivals that I'm going to upload tomorrow morning, a little bit later after this. But anyway, let me just show y'all how Slay the Spire goes. It's been a long time since I played the console version of this. The last time I played Slay the Spire, it was the it was on Steam instead of this. So let's just go. So we embark on a quest to slay the Spire. So let's go ahead and just go through a little run with the Ironclad and just have a good time. Act 1. Exodia! Obliter! I can't read that. Okay. So this is how the game works. You start off with this map, and you have in the top right corner, or top left corner, 99 gold. That's the thing next to the gold is how much health I have. And then in the corner, below my name and the character I chose, it is something called a relic. You'll learn what that is later in the game. You travel up a path on the map based on what you want to do. I've never been, one of the reasons why I think I'm not too great at this game is that I've never been the greatest at choosing paths. But one thing I like to do is I like to go for the Merchant, which is a character that lets you build your deck and by buying cards. I like to choose him later in the run. And as you can see on this right side, there's a Merchant's hut. That is 3 spaces away from the boss at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and go down this side path right here. Let me see. It does reconverge. Yeah, I'm going to go down this path. All right. Tutorial. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you are out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces incoming attack damage, but rears off to the start of your next turn. During your turn, you can observe an enemy intent above them. If the enemy is intending to attack you, be sure to gain some block. So we start the battle, and we have 2 opponents called Thuzi. It's these weird slug creatures. Both enemies intend to attack me, 1 for 6 and 1 for 7. And these enemies also have a thing where once they receive attack damage, if it doesn't kill them, they will curl up and gain 3 block. But they can only do it once per combat, so the moment this is wasted, they can't do it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block for 10, and then I'm going to hit the green one with an attack, because if my memory serves, the green one can debuff me. So I'm gonna still take 3 points of damage because I didn't block the full attack, which makes sense. Okay, so the red one is about to buff themselves, while the green one, if I remember correctly, can debuff me. I'm gonna use a bash to weaken the foe and take him out, and that's my turn. So next turn, I should just be able to go all attack on this guy and kill him, hopefully. Maybe, I don't know. Strength adds damage to your opponent's attacks. So if your opponent's attack deals 5 damage and then they gain 3 strength, their attack now does 8 damage. Tip, no more cards. If there are no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into your draw pile. So I just kind of redraw some more hand. Okay, so they're attacking me for 9. Was I? No, they attack for 6 usually. So they're attacking for 9. So I don't think I can kill them because they're going to curl up, which is going to make sure I don't deal enough damage to finish the fight. No, wait, no, I can kill them. Never mind. Alright, spoils. 19 gold. And I can every spoil you gain 19 gold, and you gain the ability to choose one of 3 cards and add them to your deck. So the 3 cards we have choice of is Warcry, which is a card that allows you to be able to draw 1 card and put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. However, then it will exhaust, which means the card is completely unplayable and cannot be used until the end of combat. Then there's Headbutt, which deals 9 damage and puts a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile, and that's really good for kind of recycle plays. And then there's Clothesline, which deals 12 damage and also applies Weak, which means that the attacking creature deals 25% less attack damage. I am going to go for Headbutt, and then I'm gonna proceed to try and build my deck a little bit more. So I am going to. This is a cultist, and the cultist has an ability where they buff their damage. They apply a buff to themselves, and then every round their damage is increased, so you need to kill them quickly. And applying weakness or vulnerability, which increases the amount of damage that they take for 2 turns by 50%, is really useful for getting their damage down. So now, as you can see, all my strikes, which are your standard attack cards, deal 9 damage, and my Headbutt card deals 13. So I'm going to go ahead and use Headbutt, and then put Bash back on top of my deck, and then I'm just going to swing for the fences, and just lay that damage in so I can kill him quickly. He's going to deal some damage to me, but as y'all can see, my health went back up after last round. And that is not because of it's something natural, that just happens. You don't heal back some health every round. That's not something that happens. Okay. Anger deals 6 damage. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. So basically, Anger is a card where when you attack with it, it will create a copy of itself in the discard, as it said. And that means next time you redraw from your discard, there's a higher chance that you have multiple of this card. So, and it eventually can snowball to where you have a bunch of these cards, and you can just keep using them for attacks. So they're really good for plays like that, but I don't really know what deck I'm trying to build yet. And I don't have all the cards unlocked for the Ironclad anyway, so we're just going to ignore that for now. Body Slam deals damage equal to your block, so if I have a bunch of block on me, I can use Body Slam, deal a bunch of damage, so I could go for a block deck. And then Cleave is a card that deals damage to all enemies. It deals 8, which is really strong. Really good card. Great card. And it is a card that can really go into any deck, so I'm going to go ahead and take Cleave since I don't know what deck I'm trying to make. Alright, now that we've done that, I'm going to take a second to go over the stuff in the corner. So, as you can see where the yellow glowing lines are on the bar, that is potion slots. Potions can be used to gain bonuses or hinder enemies, and you just get potions. Sometimes you get them as rewards, sometimes you can buy them from merchants, sometimes there are potion shops that you can get from question marks, which are basically just random encounters. Then there's your money pouch, which shows how much gold you have, and gold is currency. Your hit points, when you run out of hit points, you die, of course. And then this thing in the corner is what's called a relic. Relics are special items you can get that are basically give passive boosts. And you don't usually need to activate them unless you're playing on like Steam and you mod the game. So the relic, everyone has a starting relic that they can use when they start the game. And the Ironclad's relic is a Burning Blood, and Burning Blood allows you to be able to heal 6 HP at the end of combat. And that's why the Ironclad can heal back some of his damage dealt. That's how he does that. Alright, game saved. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit. That's it. Transmogrifier. So, basically, you can pray to this altar, this shrine, in order to change one of your cards, aka transform them. One big thing with Slay the Spire is that this is your deck, you want to keep your deck small and optimal. You don't want to have a massive deck because then you're doing way too many things and it's overblown. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not too great at this game. I always have a massive deck and it's just too much going on. I'm not really focusing on one thing, and it's not consistent. The more cards you have, the less consistent you are. That's also one of the reasons why it's recommended to get rid of your strikes and your defense at shops. You can pay gold in order to remove a card. So, but transforming a card is also very useful. And since the Ironclad has an extra strike, I'm going to go ahead and transform that strike into a different card. And this different card could end up being the basis to decide what my deck is going to be. So, let's confirm. And it is Flex. As you can see, Flex is a card that makes it so that you gain 2 strength, and at the end of your turn, you lose 2 strength. And as I just said earlier, when we were dealing with the Cultist and the Slug guys, strength adds points up to your damage depending on how much strength you have. So since we have Flex and it's a strength card, I'm probably going to go for a strength deck. Oh, hold on. As the power of the shrine flows through you, your mind feels altered. That's it. This is the Jawworm, and this enemy is aggressive, so this enemy attacks, and they hit really fucking hard. So I'm just gonna armor up a lot. One good thing about the Ironclad is that if you take damage, you can get some of that back, so you don't need to worry about it too much, or not as much at the start as you usually would, but even then, you still don't want to be going willy-nilly. You still want to conserve your health if you can. Okay, Bellow. Bellow increases their strength, so now they have boosted strength, and they have block now. So, as you can see, in the corner, that bottom left corner, right above where you see the card deck with the 7, that's our energy. And the more energy a card costs, the more it'll take, and when you run out of energy, you can't play cards, just like the tutorial said. However, what the tutorial didn't mention is that some cards cost 0 energy. So you can play them and not have to worry about how much energy you'll take. Flex is one of those cards, and that's because of the fact that while it does give a good boost, it also gives a just as large debuff, that being that the strength you gain from playing Flex does not last. You lose it the next turn. So I'm going to play it, and I'm going to use Headbutt in order to return our Flex back to the deck for when we need it again, and then I'm going to block the rest of this attack damage. Tank that, and then the armor up again, and that's one of the reasons why strength is really good, because it gets through extra block. When your opponent has extra block, it makes it a little bit more difficult to deal with them with attacks, and it doesn't makes it you more cautious to attack. Tip: power cards. This card applies a power to you when used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of combat. Got it. So, there are actually 3 different card types. They are in the middle, right below the card animation. These card types are skills, attacks, and powers. Skills are basically active effects that apply the moment you use them. So, for example, Dual Wield copies an attack or power card. As you can see in our deck, we have strikes as our attacks, and then defend our skills. Bash is an attack, Headbutt is an attack, Cleave is an attack, and Flex is a skill. So that means Dual Wield's a power wouldn't really work on Flex. So, and then you have Metallicize, which makes it so that at the end of each turn, you would gain 3 block, which would be very useful if it gave a little bit more block than that. I still might take it because I'm still not too sure on what deck we're trying to build, but I do know that I want to lean a little bit more into strength, and we don't have any strength cards here yet. And then we have Sword Boomerang, which deals 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times, meaning that if it hits the same enemy, it'll deal 9 damage. But it's also good for dealing with groups. However, I kind of already have Cleave for that, so maybe when we get a little bit deeper in, I'll take it. You can also skip cards, but I don't really want to do that just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take Metallicize. What it does for us. Game saved. You walk into a room to find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Oh, hello, hello! What have we got here? Hello, adventurer. I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? The serpent. Okay, so if I agree, I gain 175 coins, but I gain a curse, which is a card that you can't play that sometimes will apply debuffs when you lose it. Or I can disagree and just walk away and it'll do nothing. Now, most people would probably agree or disagree and walk away. Or at least veterans of this game. People who are skilled in this game. I'm not. I'm taking the money. Yes, it'll be all worth it. The serpent rears its head and blasts a stream of gold upwards. It amazes and terrifies simultaneously. You gather all the gold, thank the snake, and get going. You need to make it through this elite enemy. So elite enemies are very I say that because I picked up a doubt. Elite enemies are very strong, and more importantly, they have a shit ton of health. So Lagavulin, I think that's how you pronounce it, but you can probably say it either way. Lagavulin is sleeping, meaning that it will not attack, and it will stay asleep for about 3 turns. It also has, funny enough, Metallicize, which means at the end of, however, its Metallicize is better than mine, because at the end of its turn, it gains 8 block instead of 6. So, one little trick with Lagavulin is that you take the turns that it stays asleep to buff yourself. So if you have powers, then you use them now. And you don't attack. So I'm going to use my Metallicize, and I'm just going to keep going, and I'm not going to attack. And then you gotta wait until you think it's a good time to attack, because when you attack, while the Lagavulin is still asleep, it'll be stunned. And I'm not seeing much else I could do. I already played my power card. I don't have... When you play a power card, you lose, you can't play it again. So I can... That's all I have right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is that since I can't really set up anymore, I'm just gonna go ahead and activate Flex and just get to attacking. Just get whittling down. Alright, it gets up stunned because you sneak attacked it. And now it is hitting for big damage. So, and I don't have a lot of defense right now because I drew 2 of my 4 defensive cards last turn. So, my current thought process is to bash and headbutt. Bash to weaken, and then headbutt to deal some damage, and fuck blocking because I already have Metallicize up. I might as well just take some of that, the bigger amount of damage, and then just keep going. Alright. Flex. Bash. Defend. Let's pick up the pace a little bit with this now. Because it deals stupid damage. And now it's going to use a move that I think is called Siphon Song, which will inflict the debuff. I don't remember what the debuff is, though. Okay. Bash again. Strike. Siphon Soul. And what Siphon Soul does is that it reduces my strength, and it decreases the amount of block I get. It doesn't. I don't think that affects Metallicize. And I'm also weakened, which means my attacks deal 25% less damage. So I'm dealing way less damage than normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Flex. I'm going to Headbutt, send Flex back to my deck. Then I'm going to Cleave and then Defend. And try to reduce the amount of damage I'm taking, because Burning Blood only restores 6 health points. So it's not like I can really rely on it for this. I'm going to Defend, I'm going to Flex, and then I'm going to attack. It's almost dead, but I'm not too hot right now. I'm not looking too good. So one thing with Lagavulin is shit. I'm out of attack. I was just supposed to kill him. Is that it will continuously attack in intervals and then Siphon Soul, and it will slowly bite away at all of your attack and defense. So you don't want to let it get that far. Okay, so we got 31 gold, and we got our first relic from the game, a potion belt, which upon pickup gives you 2 more potion slots. Relics. Tip, relics. Relics can be found throughout the Spire, grant unique bonuses, and remain through your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. That's one reason why you want to fight elites, because even though they're strong, they will give you a relic, and it will usually be a really good relic. We have another foe, and then we can go to a campfire and heal some of this damage. So I'm going to do Metallicize, and do the headbutt to put the Metallicize back on my deck, and then I just keep going. This is a spike slime. Slimes have the effect that they constantly lick you to make you frail, which means you get less block, and they also split into twos when you get their health below a certain amount. So I'm going to just Metallicize again, I'll cleave, and then I'll hit him with a strike, because he's not attacking yet. Debuffs don't usually affect powers, so that doesn't matter too much. Okay, now they're attacking, and they're attacking for a lot. So I kind of need to get them as low as possible, so I can force a split. Okay, we're clear. We're clean. So now it's going to split into two, which means it's going to deal significantly less damage and have less health. But now I have two slimes using Lick on me, which means I'm going to get less shield from cards. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him with Bash, the front one, and then I hit them both with Cleave, which attacks two enemies. That's one of the reasons why Cleave is so good. If I make it to the end of the game, to the boss, and don't die, I'm going to save our progress here. If not, I'm going to just keep going. Or I'm going to just end the video right there. I'm going to put Flex back on the deck, and hit with two strikes since it's not attacking yet. Licking me again. Please stop licking me. That's gross. Alright. That's the end of that. We cleave him through. Get him out. Now, this is a rest space. Rest space allows you to either get your health back or smith a card. Now, because there's a rest space before the boss, I'm going to go ahead and smith a card. I'm going to go ahead and take the chance, risk my health, and upgrade dual wield, because dual wield gives you the effect that when you upgrade it, you can add 2 copies of the card that you were originally going to get 1 copy of. Really good card. We now get to a treasure. Treasures give you relics. And this treasure was a pair. Upon pickup, raised 10 max HP. So now I have 90 HP and my health goes to 59 instead of 49. So I think my gamble was worth it. We're almost to the shop, which is what I'm really banking on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and flex. I'm going to bash this slaver, and I'm going to use cleave. I'm going to screw defense right now. The slavers suck because sometimes when they attack you, they'll also debuff you at the same time. We'll double them in town size. I'm gonna kill you. And then I'm going to defend. And let those metallicize come back to me later. Of course, I will think we need a deck. Okay, I'm gonna metallicize. I'm gonna set up defense. I'm gonna let the metallicize do with the rest of the defense and just go ahead and go for damage. Okay. See, they weaken me when they attack me again. I'll put both of these up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and headbutt. And now I'm automatically blocking for 9 damage. And so I'm only taking 3. I'm taking less and less. Now I metallicize again. I use dual wield on strikes, I guess. Getting more strikes, why not? It's not like it's really hurting me to add more than my pile right now. And now I'm blocking for full damage. So metallicizes, if you can get them good, they stack up. But from what I can tell, they're not considered good cards. The metallicize, so I just personally like them. Okay, this is our first potion, and it is probably one of the best potions. It's called Entropic Brew, and this fills all your empty potion slots with random potions. So when I drink it, it'll fill my potion slots with a bunch of random potions. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drink this Entropic Brew. I'm gonna take this blood potion now, and I'm going to defend. I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna hit the headbutt. I'm gonna get the flex back. And I'm gonna strike. Since we took that blood potion, we can afford to take a hit now. Now I'm going to... Oh, perfect. Stack them up, stack them up. Okay, flex. I'm gonna hit. I didn't even need to flex. But this is only to deal 4 damage, so it's not even really worth it. I'm gonna just hit the double metallicize and then turn. So this is only gonna deal 1 damage, but it's gonna debuff me by applying another weak. I'm gonna go ahead and defend. Hit them with the cleave. Keep going. Keeping my self alive. There is a really good defense card that allows you to be able to keep any block that's left over from your defense. And that's a card that, with this deck, I would be looking for. 12 damage, blocked. Okay. So, right now, I only deal 5 damage with the body slam. So it would be better to hit the headbutt and return a card to my hand. I'm probably going to return a defend. And then hit the cleave and move on. Okay. Doing pretty good right now. And italicize, I'm going to take that. And just defend it up. Now we block 12 damage every turn. And we keep 15 blocked because we block so much damage on top of our defense. Okay. So I'm going to do wield, italicize. Then I'm going to stack up on the metallicize and bulk up. Because I can't kill any of them in this first turn. Alright. Metallicize, I'm going to flex, and then I'm going to start laying on the damage. I think it's better to kill the jaw worm instead of the slime. The slimes will make me frail. The jaw worm is going to be the thing that actually does the major damage. Okay. Hold on, let me do this. There we go, that's some good damage. I just took a potion that gave me block, and that's why my block went up. Y'all gonna probably see. What the hell am I doing? Can't kill yet, damn. Okay. I'm blocking anyway. It's not like it's gonna deal any damage yet. Alright, this is almost over. I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna cleave through, and then I'm going to defend and strike. Don't need to use dual wield. Not worth it right now. I'm going to bash, strike, and then I should be able to kill next turn. We are coming close to the boss. And we are also almost at the merchant. I have a lot of gold, so I can do a lot for my deck at the merchant. I'm going to go ahead and skip this reward. You don't want to stock up too much in rewards. Okay. So, the merchant sells relics, potions, and cards. And they sell cards that go to your deck, and they also sell unique cards. I am going to go ahead and first remove the doubt, the curse from my card, or the curse from my deck, because I don't like that. Enemies with vulnerable take 75% more damage rather than 50. Every time you place 3 attacks in a single turn, you get 4 block. Start each combat with 1 artifact. If I was going to take one of these, it would probably be Ornate Fan, because it adds to the block deck I'm currently doing. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Ornate Fan, and I'm going to take Shockwave. because Shockwave is a really good card. It exhausts when used, but it deals a it debuffs everybody. Okay, it's a good thing I just spent all my money because these are looters. Every time they attack you, they steal 15 gold. So they are annoying little bastards, but don't really need to worry about them too much. Ah, shit! I didn't mean to. I meant to attack him, not okay. Now I'm gonna save the potions for the boss. I fucked up there. I meant to attack the looter and get it out of the way quickly, because after a few turns, the looter will be run away with your gold. Now I just emptied all my gold, so it doesn't matter as much, but it's still annoying as hell. Okay, go ahead and italicize. Sometimes I gotta stop italicizing because sometimes it's just better to defend normally instead of metallicize, because look at my health. Look at my health right now. Flex. Kill you. And that's it. Okay, it's growing. This is gonna be a longer video, you can tell. Alright. I gotta speed up a little bit because the video is getting a little long. And that's the kill. That's it. Alright, my gold. The whirlwind. I'm gonna take another cleave. And then I'm gonna go ahead and heal at this bonfire. And then we're gonna end off the video with the boss. This boss is called the Guardian. And what the Guardian does is that after receiving a certain amount of damage, it will switch to a different mode called the defensive mode. Now, I'm going to start using these cards, or these potions. I'm going to take this Searing Blow, which will deal 12 damage. I'll apply the Metallicize. I'm going to use the Cleaves, and they will both deal some damage and get some block out of it. And this guy is rearing to deal some big damage, so I need to take down its shields as quickly as possible and get it to swap form. There we go. There we go. Okay, now in its swapped form, it will gain an ability called Sharp Hide, which will mean that if you attack it, it'll deal you damage. So what I instead like to do is I like to just... Let me see if I can swap these out for better cards. Okay, these are better cards in this situation. I like to just defense up and not attack while it's in this state, or at least not attack if I don't have enough defense. Defend, body slam, and with the bulk up. All right, it's dealing 8 times 2, so it's going through my block. And now it's going to deal a lot of damage, and I have no defense cards. Shit. Okay. Slam the damage then. I'm still blocking one of these. Plus a point. Shit. Okay. Might not win this. This is the first level, and this is technically the tutorial because I'm restarting the game. So it's okay to not win this. But so I might not. Okay. Okay, I didn't even need to use those. I didn't know how close he was to swapping into a defense move. Okay. So, flex, or shield up. Dual wield. And I guess I'm going to dual wield Cleaves. And then go ahead and flex and hit him with a run. Let's hope I can beat this boss, or the boss kills me before we reach too long, because if we do get too deep in, I'm going to need to cut the video a little bit. Luckily, the Cleaves deal the same amount of damage, depending on, even no matter how much damage you deal back. So it's never going to overpower the amount of damage you deal. Okay. Flex. It's not worth blocking it. Okay. We are not doing terribly. I need to deal 24 damage to it. Otherwise, it will annihilate me next turn unless I switch its mode. I need to start getting more of my metallicizes. Where is my other metallicizes? Did I use them all? Did I use them all and now I can't, I think I might have used them all, so now I can't, dual wield them. Shit. But I only had 2. And I have, yeah, I used them all. Damn, okay. Alright. This is down to the wire. Really wish I hadn't wasted those, Really wish I hadn't wasted those, potions that increased my block, otherwise I would be in a much better position right now. I didn't realize. I forgot it only does that to powers and attacks. I didn't realize it did with skills. Alright. Hopefully this is enough for me to survive. But even if it does, I'm going to deal 60 damage in the space of these turns, otherwise I'm fucked. Okay. I might kill it, actually. I'm so close to killing it. I need to cut through this block and kill it. Too vulnerable. Cleave. Yes! First boss down. We win. It gives us a shit ton of gold, a potion, and whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage. Which is a really strong and useful card, especially for a deck where we block a lot. So I'm going to take that. Juggernaut. And then it gives you a boss relic. The boss relics we have to choose from are Tiny House, which upon pickup gain 1 potion, 50 gold, raise your max HP by 5, and obtain 1 card and upgrade 1 random card. Snickle Eye, at the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards each combat. Start each combat confused, which means whenever you draw a card, randomizes cost. I hate this thing. So many pro players know how to use it, and they love it. I hate it. I despise the thing. And then Burning Blood is basically an upgraded version, or Black Blood is an upgraded version of Burning Blood, and it makes it so you heal 12 HP instead of 6. Usually in these boss relic areas, you want to get a legendary relic, because legendary relics, or not really legendary relics. You want to get an energy relic, because energy relics give you more energy to use each combat, but we didn't get that in this case, so I think we want... I kind of want Tiny House. I'm going to take Tiny House. I upgraded my Bash, get 50 gold, a skill potion, and another block card, a second wind. I'm going to take that. That is going to be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, and share, all that normal YouTube stuff. Comment down below if you like indie games, or if you like roguelike games, because I'm pretty sure this is also classified as roguelike. What is your favorite roguelike? That's today's comment. That's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, I already said it. Peace.